Disappointment for incoming Tottenham boss Igor Tudor, a 4-1 defeat in his first North London derby. Let's hear from him with Patrick Davison.
In your pre-match press conference, you were very confident that Tottenham wouldn't be relegated.
Yeah.
Having seen that now, are you still as confident?
Of course I'm confident because I believe these are good players with bad habits. It's all about that. They are good. They are good players. Nobody can tell me that they don't have quality, but we need to change. We need to change mental switch and have this brain sharpness. How you call it? How you call?
Yeah, mental sharpness. Yeah,
mental sharpness to be in the game from the first to second minutes, and also physicality to do this. To be physicality, you need to work hard, and otherwise the problem. So what happened? 1-2 players, they are not good moments, so they have this problem, but. Today this didn't happen. It's a question of the team. Too much players with their problems. So that's the result.
Last question on bad habits. How long does it take to fix them? Because obviously, I mean, you said emergency situation.
I don't know. We will see day by day. Working for sure. With the time, we go better. And also, as I said, opponent is not the same. This is probably the best team in the world. So it was not the best to start, but we see next Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
Well, Igor Tudor, confident that Tottenham won't be relegated come the end of the season. This is their position at the moment. They're 4 points clear of West Ham. And it's not just the fact that we need to look at where Tottenham can pick up points. You need to be confident. If they are going to end up seriously inside the bottom three, you need to look at West Ham and Forest potentially picking more points up than Tottenham over that time. But this is the run of fixtures that they've got. They've got Fulham next, Palace, Liverpool, Forest too. I mean, that's going to be a huge game now. Do you think that they're in trouble?
Of course they are, Kel. Yeah, they've not won a game in 2026.
The only Premier League side not to,
they've been horrendous.
To win a Premier League game in this calendar year.
It's a team devoid of personality. They've had a personality bypass. You know, yes, they've got injuries. But he's come in today and he's tried to change it, going man for man. That didn't work. You know, they played up against one of the best sides, you know, in the Premier League. So, no, do I think they're going to stay up? Yes. And do you know what I'm basing it on? Absolutely nothing. I'm not basing it on any facts, or I just feel probably because it's Tottenham they're going to stay up. But they've got to somehow show some character. He needs to find some results quickly because they're obviously in a really bad way. But I do think they will find something and just keep themselves up. But it can't carry on every year, this, Kelly.
Theo Walcott, Peter said it, Arsenal needed this win.
They did, and there's a few players that needed a performance tonight. And just to put all the worries behind them, that was an incredible performance, the result. Not just that, the standards that they've been speaking about midweek. You know, it wasn't acceptable Wolves, but look, they've just proved how dominating they are. They're here to stay, and what a performance by all of them. Eze today was absolutely fantastic. I was really pleased for him because he's been coming under a lot. So look, fantastic, and they are here to stay. They absolutely are.
Even having played a game more than Manchester City, how much more comfortable does a 5-point gap feel?
Oh, yeah, it's really important to have the points, of course, but it's still in their control, and they speak about this. They know their strengths, and they play to Viktor Gyokeres' strengths today, and that's where you get the best out of Arsenal, when you're playing and unleashing certain players, and I felt they were allowed to access that today. So it's important just to remember there's some incredible talent in this group, but also they want to work hard for each other, and I think they showed all the factors tonight.
2 wins and 7 coming into this. They let advantages slip in games in the build-up, Jamie. Have Arsenal answered questions with this performance and with the reaction to Spurs pulling one back in the first half?
Yeah, they were magnificent today. Even when they equalised Tottenham, you just felt there was a control about this Arsenal side. I thought it was a complete mismatch. You know, they were different leagues. Arsenal was so in control, so classy. They had a threat on the counter-attack, on the break when they were having to maybe suffer a little bit. But they were so much better than Tottenham. You know what I mean? It was like in 2 different leagues. If Tottenham aren't careful, they might be in a different league next season. They can't carry on performing like this. They've not had a win in 2026. But Arsenal, the way they played, the way that they defended at times, and then Gyokeres led that line. Eze was wonderful. It was a brilliant performance from them. You know, and I think you've also got to remember that save. David Raya makes a save at 3-1, and if that would have gone in, then who knows, because of the ghost of what happened in midweek against Wolves, it might have just put a little bit of pressure on them, but that's what you need to keep it a step up. Made a mistake last week, great character earlier in the week, great character today. But Arsenal were fantastic, just too good for Tottenham.
Well, Arsenal continuing the celebrations at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We will look back at their performance and we'll look at what needs to be done at Spurs to avoid them being dragged further into that relegation battle throughout the course of the evening. But let's remind ourselves of what's already happened in the Premier League so far this weekend. Aston Villa got that 1-1 draw against Leeds United. It was 2-0 to Brighton against Brentford. Burnley with a late equaliser against Chelsea. That victory for Manchester City over Newcastle temporarily put the pressure on Arsenal. It closed the gap at the top of the table to just 2 points. Arsenal have extended that this evening. Then on the Saturday night football, a goalless draw between West Ham and Bournemouth. On the Super Sunday, Crystal Palace with a 1-0 victory against Wolves, who got that draw against Arsenal in midweek. Liverpool with late drama. You can see it all on the Sky Sports app if you scan the QR code that's on your screen right now. Late drama, 1 goal disallowed. Then McAllister scored again. That one was awarded, then it was chalked off, then it was back on again. You can follow it all on the app. Sunderland beaten 3-1 at home by Fulham, and it ended with that 4-1 victory for Arsenal at Tottenham. Monday night football still to come. It's Everton against Manchester United. Edwin van der Sar is the guest in the studio for that one. So here's how things stand in the table. Arsenal 5 points clear of second place Manchester City. Liverpool's win means they go level on points with Manchester United, who, as we've seen, are going to play Everton tomorrow night, and level on points with Chelsea after they dropped points this weekend. Meanwhile, at the other end of the table, there was almost an opportunity for Nottingham Forest to close the gap on Tottenham. It stays at 2 points because both of those sides have lost today, which just means that West Ham are within 2 points of Forest and 4 points of Tottenham. Tottenham and Arsenal fans, if you want, you can let us know what you made of that game. You just have to download the Finalysis app, scan the QR code, and that'll take you there. You can rate your players. New F1 season about to get underway with brand new cars. There have been mixed reviews from some of the drivers. You can see how they perform in Melbourne. Practice is at 1 a.m. on Friday, March the 6th. Saturday, March the 7th, 4:10 a.m. is for qualifying. And then the race itself, 2:30 in the morning on Sunday, March the 8th. All of that, as always, on Sky Sports F1. If you're a fan of either Danny Dyer or Caravans, you can follow their new show. It's a business to save the Great British Holiday. Follow along with their journey, the Dyer's Caravan Park, which starts on Tuesday on Sky One, which also features an appearance from Harry Redknapp because there's a family connection.
Yeah, we had my nan and granddad had a caravan down there many years ago. Yeah, best times. Play football all day, Nivea ice creams. Yeah, that's going to be a good show. Look forward to watching
Nostalgic viewing for many people, I'm sure. So you can catch up with that one. But right here, we're going to be focusing on events at the Tottenham Hotspur